Hello, and welcome back.
I had to do it in honor of Will. Will, I love you.
I'm gonna use Graves dice.
Oh no!
That's where you're going.
3.
Oh, that's
Starting out the campaign.
I had to.
Waking up
I'm
with
gonna
a
text
little
him right
headache.
now
Yep.
and tell him I made him proud.
Bit of a headache.
Hello.
And we're back!
We don't have to redo it 3 times.
It is tradition.
We're going in circles.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of Arklands. To our official first session of Campaign 2.
yes.
A campaign that will be titled Mai's Academy.
Spelled miles. Just so you're aware. It's weird.
It's really my academy.
Isn't it Latin?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is the year 2800. It is the 50th year of the 12th Age. And in a small town, relatively speaking, called Eric's, a new class of fledgling heroes gathers. But first, I need each of you to roll me a d20.
Okay. First rolls, everybody! What you got? That's not great. That's worse.
What was the first thing you rolled? 2?
12.
12?
2.
2?
Yes.
Is it a 1?
Yeah. Alright, this is gonna go swimmingly.
Ari,
Yeah.
you are the last one left standing.
Huh?
You are below 10 hit points. And a figure with a dark mask, like a twisted roots of a tree bent back over their face, purple light flooding through.
Hold on, let me bring up my notes.
You look around, you see Crow, Elle, and Caspian. You do not know if they are unconscious or worse. What do you do?
How big is the figure?
Humanoid.
Humanoid? Medium size?
A lot of rags and cloth, like robes, just so many layers that it's hard to discern, but yeah.
Staff in hand. I'm going to spend a key point and go use patient defense.
Okay.
And just kind of stand. Where is Elle?
Elle is
How far away from me is
Ryan, if you would roll me a d6.
3.
15 feet away from you.
How far away is the creature?
The bearing down, 5 feet away. Right
5
on
feet
top
away?
of you.
Alright, I'm going to, without leaving his range, take patient defense and get between him and Elle's body.
Okay. Kneel. I need you to make a wisdom save.
13.
13. That is a fail.
Roll again.
Oh yeah. No, I'll use my inspiration.
Okay.
Well, one of them. Oh, that's a 21.
If it meets, it beats.
I look at him and say, there's this moment of hesitation as I feel my knees start to shake. No.
There's a moment where the purple light flickers, and you're all of a sudden aware that its eyes squinting, giving you a look. You can't see the face that lies behind this mask, but you can tell. It is your turn. What do you do?
Let me double check how patient defense works.
Patient defense is you can take the dodge action as a bonus action. So you can just take the dodge action if you want to. You don't have to expend a key point to do it as a bonus action unless there's something else.
Oh, okay. Then I
you
would
want to
have.
do
I
with
would have
your
not
action.
used
Yeah,
a
no,
key
that's
point
fine.
then. I don't know what level of rating. I'm assuming I'm at level 3, so I only have 3 key points. But I'm double checking the dodge action. Does
Gives
that?
disadvantage on any attacks against you.
Can I?
Trey, what are you doing to us?
I'm going to say that your indecision. Your turn
Yeah,
has
I'm
gone.
taking the-
Your
Take the dodge action
That's fine.
again.
Totally fine.
Just standing between him and L.
Her voice
Go around you.
rings out once more. I said, kneel. Another wisdom save.
I'm gonna use my other inspiration.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. You collapse to your knees as this figure raises a staff in hand. But as they go to strike, there is a blinding flash of light. And we return roughly 1 year earlier to Eric's.
Oh, that's a year in the future.
Interesting. Interesting.
The four of you have arrived at Mize Academy.
So Cass is dead in 1 year. I rolled a 1.
Both are dead?
Crow and Caspian have, in spite of each other, been staying at the riverbed. Elle and Airy are just arriving.
Eddie, you should really try some of this now.
Is it all?
What is this again?
I believe it is a spiced apple crisp.
Oh, it's good. You should try some.
I will.
So we're going to pick up with Elle and Airy
All right.
as your ship comes to not a sudden stop, but the speed you were accelerating at, traveling at. It's very much the feeling of when a train, like, begins to slow down, and then that moment where it stops, there's kind of this lurch forward. And as the ship doesn't actually stop moving through the air, but instead it just returns to what seems to be normal space. And again, that lurch forward.
Star Wars warping.
A little bit, yeah. It does resemble a ship kind of dropping out of hyperspace, or whatever the Star Trek or Star Wars equivalent. You get what I mean.
Warp speed.
There you go.
I'm not a Trekkie.
You see below a bustling town. Is if you like, you can both make perception checks.
Yes, please. Flat 20.
17.
Okay. Yeah, the two of you look out. You can see a number of little hot spots. You can see... Ari, are you proficient with religion?
I'm not. I'm proficient in history, though.
Okay. Yeah, so you, with that, you're able to kind of look around. It's like, oh yeah, there's the market. There's, probably there's the dry dock where ship repairs are made.
Where's the food court?
Depends on which type of food you're looking for. The market is generally a good place to find food, so I've heard.
Well, if it's anywhere near as good as the food on that ship, I'm going to select it.
Still on.
Yes.
On this ship, yes.
So, is there anything you want to do as your ship comes to rest in the water?
Where are we going once we get off the ship? What's the plan?
You are not sure. You have not been informed. Your instructions were to board this ship and that it would take you to Eric's, which is the town at the base of the mountain that the school is situated on. The town acts as the school's support network. This is information you would know. Any resources needed in and out. The school provides for the town and vice versa.
The map is also on Discord now.
Yes.
If you've not seen it.
Do you, I don't know where to go next, but do you want to go get some food?
Sure. Yeah, I think maybe taking a look around the market might be nice.
We could stop by a shop too.
What time are we supposed to be at the school? Unspecified?
Unspecified. Your only instructions thus far have been be on the ship.
All right, and maybe they'll give us some more instructions
I
when
hope so.
we are ready to depart.
Because the others did not know where to go either. So they're going to go their own way. So, and he has since said goodbye to his new friends, his new acquaintances. Not you. Yet.
Don't worry. I'll become your favorite.
As the ship...
No, you won't.
You haven't said goodbye quite yet because you haven't departed from the ship. It has just now come to settle.
Got it.
And the pilot of the ship, a man, appears to be elven in descent. You're not quite sure if it's full or half elf. Dark skin, black hair, braided back, in kind of dreadlocks. A bit of a wispy goatee. Complete white outfit, a white. Not quite a suit, but a bit of a uniform, with a matching stark white cloak over his shoulders, and carrying some kind of staff or walking stick that is gold with blue filigree across it.
Fancy.
My name is Kamar. I am in charge of transportation.
Is he like talking over the intercom, or is she talking to us?
He has, as the ship has landed now, he has come around and speaking to the 5 students aboard the
Okay,
ship.
Yes, 5.
Yep, because it's the 2 of you, the 2 Warforged, and the Minotaur.
Yep.
Can you spell the name? Sorry.
Qamar.
Thanks.
Come on.
Come on.
You're gonna have to do a lot more of that than you did in our previous campaign. We didn't take very many notes.
I'm taking thorough notes.
We
I
started,
know, it's wonderful.
but we weren't good.
Nope. We were very bad at note taking.
If you would make your way to the western edge of the city, there is a tram. Tram station is very difficult to miss. The tram will take you up to the school. I believe the expectation is that you arrive post-haste.
Do they have snacks?
I am certain there will be snacks.
Oh, good. Well, we can enjoy it, Guardian. My condolences.
The Warforged.
He looks at him as he does this.
You might be trying to make me jealous, but it really isn't.
Oh, this is just very good.
If you say so. And when you turn, Kamara's gone.
Oh.
Vanished.
Shall we go?
I guess it's the Guardian, the Warforged with black armor and orange glow beneath it. Kind of takes a step forward. Well, off to the races, as it were.
Indeed. Maybe next time you won't lose so badly.
Maybe next time I'll have as he looks over at the mentor, a more suiting partner.
Yes. The team is very important. And he kind of looks at Harry.
That's gonna be an insight check for him.
I have a question. I have 2 questions.
Yes.
1, how is Elle not fat? 2,
He works out.
how is Elle not getting like punched in the face every 5 seconds? I thought Crow was gonna be the asshole. Apparently, it's Elle.
Elle's good with people and he works out.
It's true.
So you can roll persuasion or deception.
We're going to do persuasion.
Okay.
That is a 12.
That is a 20 on insight. Yeah. The team is important.
The apple crisp is not the thing he likes most currently nearby him.
Not very aware. Guardian is very aware.
Very oblivious.
Completely.
Was looking around, trying to gauge distances, not listening to what Elle was saying.
Perfect. And so, do you... what's the word? My brain is just filling in dilly-dally.
Dilly!
No! No!
There's an actual word.
Meander,
There we go. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Do you meander or are you heading straight there?
Well, he did say post-haste, so...
We should head straight there.
Let's meander. I'm kidding. We can go.
Okay, good.
Caspian.
Yes, sir. That's not what Caspian sounds like. But that's Noah.
Do Caspian's accent for that.
No, because This
Why?
is
It
Noah
sounds like-
talking.
sounds like
to
a clone trooper,
this
though.
is
It's cool.
This is Noah talking to the DM.
Sounds like a clone trooper.
I'm sure. First of all, different accent. Secondly, I'm
close
sure
enough.
we'll get a
You
chance.
your stuff. I told
Was that my phone?
Yes.
Which phone was that?
One of them.
Neither one of
Ryan
my
has
phones
too
are
many
online.
devices. I don't. It
Caspian.
might have been your tablet. It's fine. Come in.
Hey. Sorry, I'm not there. I don't know. Is it this?
Celia stands there. Oh, my boy. Today's the day.
Today is the day.
Are you ready?
Cass is already like in his armor. Yes.
You're ready. Well, I have heard that they are meeting at the tram station to the west. I've already arranged for your baggage to the...
Oh,
so
Crow's gonna be there
on top of it.
before him?
You were saying?
I don't even remember. Cass was just like, oh, you're very on top of it, aren't you?
I don't sleep much.
That's
full
fair.
elven heritage. It's a blessing and a curse
Well, it seems to be very useful.
from time to time.
All right. I guess it's time to go.
He places a hand on your shoulder. You're going to do great.
I hope so. Are you going to come with me to the tram station?
I think... Well, the desire to embarrass you almost convinced me to go. But I think this is where I shall leave you off. I have plenty to explore in town, and I think this is a step best taken on your own.
Very well. Very well. I'm going to miss you. And he's going to
course.
give him a big hug.
Don't worry. I'll be back soon enough.
I'm sure you will.
As will you.
You'll find some way to come and make a fool of yourself and me.
More so the second.
All right then.
Good luck, my boy.
Thanks. And Cass is gonna start making his way.
Yep. Salir, the older elven gentleman, in very ostentatious, like a suit with like
The tailcoats.
yeah,
and
a tailcoat and everything.
Love it.
Rapier by his side.
Oh, he's so cool.
Yep. He is just wandering off in a direction.
I imagine he's Sulan, but not criminal. That's the image I have in my head.
It's not inaccurate. I'll say that much.
He's a cool dude. You guys will like him if you ever interact with him.
Salir Sulan.
I'm busy eating some good
That
food.
was completely unintentional.
So, with your luggage taken care of already, what do you do?
Cass is just gonna grab the last couple of things that he has with him in his room, and then he's going to go down to the bar. And, is the bar open at this? I don't know how early it is.
Well, the bar, it's not really like a bar. It's more like the bar in a restaurant, but it's like where drinks are given.
yeah.
But yes, it is, it is kind of a 24-hour tavern.
Cass is going to get breakfast.
Okay, yeah. As you are eating, your meal already paid for by your godfather.
Yep. So
And
on
you
top of it-
yelled at me about not having one. You hypocrite. You had one before it even started.
This is family. This is different.
Salir is gonna kill Cass's whole family at some point.
Probably.
Nah, he's too cool for that.
Elizabeth comes down the stairs while you're eating. Good morning.
Good morning.
You ready?
I was about to ask you the same thing. Think I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Your meal's only half finished.
I mean, I've got time.
If you say so, I'm going now.
All right. And he's gonna
Yes.
turn to the bartender. I can't remember her
River.
name. River. Can I get this to go?
Sure, hon. Takes the plate and starts putting it into like a little go bag.
Sweet. I'll be right behind you.
Do you want me to wait?
Give me like 30 seconds.
All right. And so she stands outside, waiting for you.
Nope. And as soon as Cass gets his stuff, he's gonna flick River a gold coin. Thanks for putting up with us.
Very much appreciated.
I'm sure I'll see you around.
I can almost guarantee it, yes.
And
Just don't get kicked out.
I'll try my best. And Cass will head out the door.
Yep.
I'm assuming he has like a biscuit or something you pull out of the bag,
Oh, yeah.
pop it in. Ready?
Like the English muffin.
There you go.
Perfect. The English muffin for the English man.
Yeah.
Just trying to think of like the flaky,
Biscuits.
biscuits. And Crow.
Yep.
You had not stayed the night in the riverbed because the previous day, your de facto guardian had come to retrieve you.
Fair enough.
Listen, I know you were hesitant about this, but it's gonna be good.
If you say so.
I do say so, and how many times have I been wrong?
Sometimes you are wrong.
Please name me one.
I don't have the capacity for that.
Exactly.
You're gonna do good, sir.
You hold way too much faith in me.
I think I hold the appropriate amount.
Should show otherwise. Let's
Guess we'll
get
see who's
moving.
right. And as a result, Crow, I think you stayed the night in the school,
Fair enough.
in his quarters. Kind of like, I think he slept on the couch.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless he knew Crow would not stay in the bed because she's a gremlin and would like
Late night
sprawl over the
hours.
floor.
She probably voted for the couch, and then when he got up in the morning, she's kind of like off the couch, just on the ground, staring at the ceiling.
Valid.
How'd that go for you? You know,
Staring.
okay. Coffee?
Double shot.
Of course.
Triple.
Just this once.
She won't be bouncing off the walls.
It'll barely sustain her.
The three of you arrive at the tram station. As Kamar said, it's a fairly easy to find. It's a very large structure. Very kind of Grand Central Station-esque. A large building, glass over the top. Kind of Art Deco in architecture. Lots of like pillars and curves inside. And most notably, a mass of students arriving. And yep, your class of fledgling heroes.
Al kind of leans over. I don't think I can talk to all of them.
Please do not. I think
We can
wherever-
try, though. No? Okay.
No. Thank you.
Is there anything or anyone in particular that you want to look out for? There's a crowd of maybe 40 plus other freshman students. The three that you traveled with, of course, though they kind of dispersed, having small talk and conversations with others.
I would look for two things.
Okay.
People that he thinks look really, really strong. Like people could
Okay.
be potential threats.
Okay.
And then people who exude a very specific type of aura.
You're checking the vibes.
Yes.
Vibe check.
Vibe check.
Okay, so what kind of, when you say a specific
Draconic.
kind of aura?
Draconic.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Do Dragonborn count?
I would assume so. That's about as dragon you
18.
can get.
18. All right.
No, by you.
You are able to point out three dragonborn amongst the students. There is a sapphire dragonborn, kind of dressed in yellow and red robes. There is a topaz dragonborn, with a kind of a dark green and dark red cloak over his shoulders, and finally a white dragonborn, kind of sleeveless black vest over her chest, and kind of pants. They were once pants, probably, but are torn, and so they're only knee length.
Okay. Only the Sapphire Dragonborn really kind of gets my attention, but only for a moment.
There are two others with an 18 that draw your attention, but you're not really sure why.
Okay.
One is a small, feminine form, pure white skin, pure white hair. And the other is young man, black,
Man.
black hair, kind of shoulder length, so a little bit longer, in a pale red, like salmon kind of robe.
I make a mental note of those two,
Yep.
which is a physical note on her computer.
Nice.
All right. Additionally, in terms of ones that might seem like a threat, can you make me an insight check?
Sure. No.
What'd you roll?
I don't want to tell you.
Did you roll in that one?
I did roll that.
Don't you have like a bunch of inspiration if you want?
No, I only have one. But this is gonna be funny.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Or not,
Not
we'll see.
serious.
There is someone, feminine form, tall, like over 10 feet tall,
Oh,
Okay.
wait a minute. I remember this one.
who scares the hell out of you.
That one.
No!
Wait, let me see.
That's funny.
That one?
Yep. Green skin, long pink hair, clothing with kind of yellow tones over it.
Yep.
And just very big, very strong,
Big
and
woman.
terrifying.
I turn to the person to my left. That one's really scary. You're not Eddie.
Can you roll-
Hi, I'm El.
roll
Nice to meet you. I'm Caspian.
mark of inspiration. That was brilliant.
That was very good.
Cass is just like, oh, who's this talking to me? Oh, okay.
Look
Hi.
at that one. That one over there, the big green one.
What?
Do you see it?
Okay, and?
Is she not scary?
Can Ari
Why
make
is
an
she
insight
scared?
check
I
on
don't know,
that
it's
figure that
freaking
Elle
me
was
out.
pointing out?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm
Advantage.
nerves.
That's fair.
Insight.
I can understand that.
Nope.
Let her do her thing.
15.
15. She is quite possibly the most timid person there, including Ari.
I don't know. I kind of like her.
She's
No!
very big and very, very reserved, and is kind of keeping to herself, and is.
She's exuding this. Can you not feel the menace emanating from her?
No!
Do you feel menace emanating from me?
No. You have
Then why
very
would you-
you have a very pleasant aura. I like to be
Then
around
why
you.
would you feel it emanating from her? She's
Because she's
Just
scary.
because someone's very tall doesn't mean you should be afraid of
I
them.
do not fear her height. I lie.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
I can be, yes. So you're new too. This is
am.
going to be a good time.
This is my friend Elizabeth.
Hello. You see a relatively shorter, maybe like 5'2".
My height.
Yeah.
Not crowds my height.
Over a foot taller, got it.
Long black hair, braided back, kind of a burgundy leather armor, and a rapier at her side. Passive perception,
12.
12. You can also see a spellbook on her right hip.
Ah, a fancy wizard.
I try.
You apparently succeed.
Elizabeth Cooper.
Elios Ishiros.
Elizabeth with an S or a Z.
Z.
Arivalo.
Nice to meet you, Ari. I'm Caspian Tennant.
Yeah.
This is Elizabeth.
Yes, she said that.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you both.
Are you excited? You look very excited.
Yeah.
I think we're all a little bit excited.
Yes,
A
I
little
thought you
bit-
were Erin. That was a big mistake.
He's a
I'm
little
what?
bit taller than me.
Just a
Yes, I'm also a little bit. I know I'm,
And a little bit bigger.
yes, slightly less feminine.
He looks at the half elf.
Half!
Versus the full elf with very distinctly curved ears.
Yeah. Cass's ears are pointed, but they're shorter.
That is a very good point.
Yes, that's the
Because
ears
we
point.
had started in media res, as it were. Would you like to describe your characters?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Who
I
wants to
guess-
start? Let's roll to see who goes first.
All right, I like that.
Do
Let's
I
go.
count or?
That's 13.
I got an 8.
That's
I
18.
guess I have to go first.
Go for it, buddy.
How much? What'd you roll?
4.
Dadgummit, I do have to go. All right, so standing at a relatively modest 6'3" height, Elios Ishiros who is a full-blown human. He's a human, shut up. He's a human, as you can tell. Because this man has very, very well-defined facial features. He has olive-colored skin that kind of, in certain lights, can look more bronze. Very, very blonde hair. He has a little bit of an essence to him that you can't really pin down, but he's human. Shut up. He is currently wearing a gold, purple, and white outfit. The purple vest. He's got a white coat that goes over that with a little bit of a tailcoat that goes very similar to how what your guy was wearing, but not as ostentatious. Because L has
No class.
less money.
Okay, yeah, that too.
Yes.
Sure.
Same difference.
Sure.
It's a different class. The lower class.
Rude.
That's a 19 to pickpocket his coin purse.
Nice.
Wait, that's not cash.
That's right. He was rolling
Yep.
to pickpocket Noah.
Don't do that. We have to go to IKEA tomorrow.
That's all right. The only thing I have in here is like a $20 bill.
And
My
we-
$20
So,
bill.
Credit. Okay.
See, I succeed. Dang, I
I mean, you owe
succeed.
me $20 anyway.
That's right.
Hey, everything's squared away. Would you like an old?
No, because you got to finish describing what Al has. Okay, so he has one primary instrument in a very ornate, elaborate case. It's a violin case. It's crystal blue with a rose on it, and he's got a little hammer next to swinging on his belt. But I believe that is. Oh, and he talks a lot, as you can tell.
Hadn't noticed.
I know it's subtle.
I couldn't tell.
No, but you're not here.
All right.
And
Who
that is
had,
Elios.
who had the next highest? I had 13.
I think it's
That's
you.
you.
It's me. All right. So, Caspian Tenet is a half elf, pale skin, blonde hair, very like teal, blue-green eyes. He is currently decked out in full plate armor that is colored blue, silver, and has like a little bronze trim in it. He has no weapons that you can see. And he's, generally well-built guy. So, I don't know what else to describe about him. So, it's been a long time since I've done this.
How tall is he?
He's 6 foot.
What color is his hair?
I said that blonde.
I didn't hear that.
Color his
Well,
eye.
listen better! Blue-green!
Sea green. Like sea blue.
Sea green, blue-green, whatever.
I would
It's the
say sea
same.
green.
It's like a teal.
Before you chastise me,
That was for her. She's just being a dick.
Amy.
Yes.
Kiera.
there you go. No,
That's
Amy.
Amy.
Alright, I'm done. I got it.
No, I was just going to describe my character. Anyway, Arivalo is a. She's about 5'8", wearing a dark blue vest that kind of goes down into tails and is latched at the front to cover the shirt she has underneath. Dark gray leggings that are cinched at the bottom just below the knees. Around her waist is a gray sash and a sturdy belt that has a pouch on one side and a knife with a deep red leather handle that looks very old and worn. Across her back is a long bow staff of a pale wood, and she looks
Good.
slim,
Oh.
but has some muscle definition to her. Very, very pale skin. Kind of a light blue eyes. stark white hair that is very tightly and neatly pulled back with a series of braids to help keep any flyaways out of her hair, and then just a single kind of French braid going down the back. It's very long. Her hair comes probably to her lower back at least. And she's an elf, a pallid elf or moon elf specifically, and noticeably her pointed ears are curved kind of back and down, almost like a crescent moon shape, distinguishing her from most other elves in the area. She's got little blue, kind of pale blue, periwinkle colored belly flats. She's wearing is shoes that also look very, very worn. And she looks to be about, it's hard to say exact elf years, but in human years she would look to be about 19 or 20.
And last but certainly not least,
Nah, that's definitely least.
No.
I will give out Shenandoah.
We'll throw fish at
Hang on,
you.
how old is Cass?
Cass is 18.
Okay.
Baby.
Elle's 20.
Yeah,
Crow's
Cass is the
19.
baby, isn't
He
he?
is.
Is
Holy
the
cow.
baby. Crow's 19. Crow is about 5 feet even. She is very short, but she is built stocky. She's like this contradiction of different things. Like she's both very thin and also very toned with like wiry muscle. She's got like rugged skin that's like definitely worn over the years, but it seems like thin and pale. She's got shaved sides and of her head, black hair that flops over one end, black paint that's like painted across her eyes, and she dresses in kind of rugged clothing, black tank top, tattoos you can see peeking over her shoulders, cargo pants, combat boots.
She's
And
having a
on her,
midlife crisis at 19.
I know, right?
No, she's just goth.
she's having her emo phase.
Oh my god.
It's not
and-
a phase, Mom.
It's not a phase, Grave.
Around her back, there's like mechanical armor that kind of suits around her, and large mechanical wings. Each one's about 7 feet long, about a 15-foot wingspan. Very junk metal, various colors, greens and grays and browns. Very much appears that she has built them herself out of the scraps that she could find. So, yep.
All right. So, Elle was looking for those of draconic vibes. What about Aerie and Caspian? Is there anything in particular that you're keeping an eye out for?
Aerie is looking
say she's a human.
towards. Oh,
Yes, it might be important to know your race.
Yes, she's a human. Like Elle.
yeah, absolutely.
She is.
Aerie is looking towards wherever the front of the crowd is. She's looking to see if there are any. She's looking specifically for Silver, to see if he
Okay.
might be towards the front of the crowd. If there's any teachers or anybody who seems to kind of be guiding or directing students, but she's seeing if she can, if anyone she recognizes.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right, that is a 19.
Nice.
With a 19, no one at the moment. It seems that those at the front of the crowd are currently waiting for the doors to open. Beyond that, you don't actually see any faculty around here. How about Caspian?
Cass is going to make a brief lookout for people like himself. People in
Screaming
armor. Shut up. People who are also like fully armored up,
Okay.
or might seem like they're, holding themselves to a slightly more militaristic, I guess.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check then.
he's just gonna glance around and see. That's a 2. He can't see. He can't see for squat. He's
El's
too,
blocking your view.
He's too perplexed by El, who's just like immediately like, that lady is scary, and Cass is just like, how?
Because she is. How do you not see this?
She looks. I'm sure she's a very pleasant person.
I think she seems shy.
No. She's terrifying.
All right. Okay. Good to know that you are very scared of tall people.
I mean, I'm tall-ish.
Not compared to her.
No, not. I'm nowhere near as tall as her.
How tall is she compared to your father?
He's huge.
Well, yes, I know that. I've seen him many times.
I would have to get closer, which I'm not going to do.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll have to interact with her at some point. Oh, you'll be fine. So, might I ask, what brought you two here?
A ship?
Well, all right.
I'm kidding. It was a fast ship, actually. We got here in like 10 minutes.
That's impressive.
Very. And I've dealt with a lot of magical things. Sorry, you want to say something?
It was from Mika. We got here. So the ships have some sort of arcane ability to...
No, I can't remember where Mika is.
Went to Mika in the last campaign.
Capital city of Eris.
Okay. That's not too far away.
It would have been at least a day's journey, even flying at top speed normally.
Well, yeah, I think just about anywhere in 10 minutes would have been really freaking fast.
Yeah.
So that impressed me, to say the least. But I'm here because heroes need help. So
All right, I respect that.
why are you here?
To be a hero.
Good.
help
Maybe
me
I
out?
can help you. Yes. Here
we
this
go.
is a start of a very good friendship. I like it.
Yes, and he is very good at helping. We sparred a bit on the ship.
Oh, did you? Oh, Elizabeth and I sparred.
Yes,
Oh.
well, we sparred as a team,
Yes.
Oh.
and he was...
I would
That would have been
I
interesting.
would never hit her ever.
I
that
mean,
would not be right.
You could try if you wanted to.
No, I don't want to.
I mean,
It would not be.
You could try. I am very quick. You may not hit me, but you could try.
I would definitely not hit you because I would never try.
Fair.
Ari,
Yes.
as you were keeping an eye out for any faculty, you do kind of notice that essentially if you're facing the tram station, from the left, from the right, and from the back, 3 figures are kind of standing on the outskirts, very clearly not students. One of them is the one that is directly behind y'all. Is a Goliath holding a large glaive that is tinted, that appears to be made out of some kind of black metal with tints of red. Black markings across his head, a white open vest, and a kind of ruffled white pants. To the left, which is to the south, a smaller woman, all black leather armor with a shield that looks like it's like a circular shield that has a circle taking out of it, so it kind of resembles a crescent moon. And it actually has a symbolism. In the center is a sun, and around the edge is a moon. And in her other hand appears to be a large set of claws. And finally, to the north, a man with short gray hair that's kind of spiky, with kind of teal, dark blue, and cyan, all, what's the, bordered? There's
like the embroidery?
Trimmed?
Trimmed, thank you. trimmed in gold, holding a staff. And they're... What did you roll in perception? You rolled a
19.
19, yeah. You do see little wisps of kind of like blue smoke coming off of him.
Okay, you said it's just a man with spiked hair.
Kind of short, kind of spiky gray hair.
You started saying like short, spiky gray hair, and I was like, is that right?
He would not make an appearance this soon.
You never know, he might want to greet the students.
I might be at the ceremony.
And finally, there is a flash of light. And you are all briefly blinded. Kind of have to squint and clear your eyes as completing the four sides, standing just a second ago, there were people almost kind of crowded at the door. Someone was even trying to like peer in through the glass. And in an instant, the space directly around the door is like there's a 15-foot radius, just cleared area. In the time it took for your vision to return. And standing there is a figure that you are all passingly familiar with, as standing before you all is the headmaster of Mai's Academy. Kind of dark blue vestments, a robe that goes down and kind of trails behind him, silver and gold trimmed armor, kind of vambraces and boots, and most notably a hood and a mask of a falcon's head, all in colors of blue, gold, and silver. Welcome.
That's the headmaster.
Prospective students.
Perspective. I guess we haven't got in yet.
You've all come quite a distance, some further than others, to be here today. And for that we thank you. Roughly 3 months ago, everyone here was visited by one of our esteemed faculty. Each of you will have had a very unique experience with them, and they have vouched for you to be here.
He's going to say that we need to earn our place. Church. Okay.
Let him speak. I want to hear him.
Time will show if they are correct.
I told you.
Shut up.
Okay.
Standing at your side are the people you are likely to spend the next 5 years with. It is not unheard of for tragedy to occur. But everyone here, including those around you, will be doing everything we can to ensure that all of you here will walk across at graduation in around 5 years. Though some of you may have noticed the three figures protecting you right now. Zubeir, and he gestures to the one in blue, trimmed in gold with the spiky gray hair. Kind of has his staff slung over his shoulder and just kind of just grinning. Musa, he gestures to the Goliath, completely stone-faced, not reacting
I get
at
it.
all. Just. And Makir. She kind of gives a nod. You do, as you were keeping an eye out for it, the idea of like militant, like holding themselves, completely her vibe.
Okay.
These three are not teachers, but they are guardians. They are the people that will help defend this school. Treat them with the respect that deserves. Now, orientation proper will be occurring on campus. I will see you there. And there is another
Close my eyes before it happens.
flash of light, and the headmaster has vanished.
I don't think blinding his students is necessary, but it does make for an exceptional exit and entrance.
What were the name of the other two guardians?
It's Zubeia,
Yeah.
which is Zubaea. Musa, which is Musa. And Makir, Makir.
Makir. And I'm sorry, what was the other one?
Musa, Musa.
Sweet.
And the doors open, and the familiar figure to the two of you, Kamar. Welcome, students. Anytime you're wanting to get in and out of the school, this tram, my tram, will be how you do so.
Oh, he has a ship and a tram.
He said he's in charge of all
He's pretty cool.
transportation.
And he's kind of holding his staff over his shoulder as well. If you try to exit the school grounds on anything other than this tram, the guards around you have a potential to see you as a threat. So just keep that in mind. Now, all aboard! He waves his hand out, and the doors open, and students start filing on.
Crow wasn't there to hear that.
Nope.
Wasn't here to there.
I'm
L-
sure.
L-
She's
I'll
the
kinda
most
looks around, looked at
likely one to enter and leave in an unconventional way.
Elle looks at both Cass and Ares. Well, good thing we don't have anyone here who would try something so stupid.
I hope nobody at the school will try anything so stupid.
I don't think they would. This school gives an air of prestige and intellect that I supposes that one would not do such thing.
Indeed. I would expect that everyone here will be respectable.
Quite.
I'm not even here.
A shorter figure kind of looks at red skin, black hair, looks to be a fire ganassi. Shorter, like 5 feet tall. At max. And just looks in your direction. Could have fooled me. Just a kind of snide remark, and then walks towards the tram.
What was that all about?
He just seems a little hot-headed.
I see. Okay, Cass is gonna start walking forward.
That was a good. Was that not a good one?
I thought it was funny. Yes.
Thank you. This is why I appreciate you.
The first tram goes, and it takes about 5-10 minutes before it's arrived back down, empty. And it only takes 2 trips to get the majority of the students. About 20, maybe if you squeeze a little bit more, can fit inside the tram. So I think that the 3 of you are on the second.
Yep.
And so you make your way on, I assume.
We have to crowd around all of Cass's stuff.
No, I think
I
Cass's
think
stuff
no,
is already there.
any luggage, even what you guys had brought, would have been taken separately.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
You have a name tag on it.
Oh.
And as the tram begins moving up the rails, you see the town quickly fade into the distance as you rise higher and higher, going up into the mountains. You actually do pass through a cloud layer. And as you emerge from the fog, you see Mize Academy.
Nice.
So, the school before you is a very tall structure. It's built in a kind of a green grass clearing. Yes, at the top of this mountain. The main building is a large, wide structure, maybe 5 stories at max, with a large glass domed roof above it. And from that central building are 6 pathways. The one that you are on leads to a much wider entrance hall. But from that central building, 5 bridges go to 5 separate towers, each one of which having a very distinctive aesthetic. The one in the right on the back has large vines growing out and across it. Directly to the left, closest to you, are swirling patterns with water flowing through them.
Technically, the water one would be on the right nearest to us, and
Thank
on
you.
the left would be Moran.
You're not supposed to know these things.
Right, no,
I
yes.
know
On the
it.
right is water flowing. And yes, Kiera helped design and it's
Kiera's drawn it. She knows. She
Yeah,
knows.
it's gorgeous.
I like-
We listen
If
to
I
like
draw
the,
it, I know that.
I like the star pattern. It's really cool.
Notably, on the closest left, so yes, the water and the swirling designs is on the right,
Yep.
kind of looping around. To the left are also similar curves, but a lot of like open gaps that look like they look almost like docks. And at the top of the closest left tower, you see a rock, the giant bird.
Oh. Not a thing of stone. Got
Not
it.
a thing of stone. A massive bird that has a wingspan
Is it like 50 feet?
of 100 feet. Each wing, as it spreads out, is 50 feet long.
I want the one.
To the left, to the far back and to the left, is a very metallic tower with gears and things shifting all throughout. And finally, last but not least, directly across to the back, the 5th tower, is a little bit more of a reserved design. Architecture that kind of matches this tram station and a decent amount of what you had seen in Eric's. And at the top, it appears to have a domed glass roof with a telescope, like a observatory style telescope.
You're good.
What?
I was
No,
just-
hi.
I was reminding him of things we've discussed a long time ago.
Fair enough.
As you depart from the tram, you realize that there are a few other figures that have joined the class. In addition to the students that you recognized, you see a number of faculty and the remaining students, it appears, that were not part of your pre-orientation.
They're all first years?
Everyone here, yeah, this is similar to a welcome week situation.
Got it.
It's about a week before any of the upperclassmen will arrive. Crow, you have seen this second group of students arrive as you've been waiting, not in line with the teachers, and to your not quite surprise, but or maybe it is, you were not the only student staying at the school the previous night. There's a handful, maybe 5, including you.
Okay.
Is there anything that you are looking for as you take a look at the mass of people joining you?
The least noticeable vantage point where I'm away from the people would get to see everything.
Absolutely. Do you
Perching.
have your wings?
Yes, it
Okay.
would be tucked tightly against her back.
Got it.
Teardrop
You
shape.
are probably leaning against, like, technically speaking, the bridge is right behind you. If someone were to push you, you would just fall. But
However, wings.
yes, but you're not worried.
Yeah.
Would you have paid any attention to the other students that would have stayed the night at the school?
Yeah. I at least briefly observe them, even if not interact.
One of them is a. Let's see. Is a short, appears to be human, brown hair, kind of messy, yellow suit vest, with a tie underneath and a white button-up shirt. Bless you. Bless you.
Is this the guy from Curious George?
No.
Give him a hat.
You should have me now.
Another is a girl with stark white hair, pale skin, but not so pale that you would think changeling, and pure white eyes. Just no pupils or anything. A dress that kind of has it goes. What's up?
I with every description, I go looking through all the pictures and point out who they are.
I have also been doing that.
Putting faces
was
to the
this one?
descriptions.
That's a character based on Aerie from my hero.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Oh, then keep describing.
that's kind
Go
of-
ahead.
A white dress, with that kind of has the shoulders bare, but kind of goes up and still around the neck. And let's see.
Halter top.
Kind of, yeah, but it's a dress that goes all the way down.
There's a word for it, but yeah.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see who else.
One day I'll draw all the students.
Here.
Even draw.
The other is a young woman. I have to open this in order to see it. It's fine. Give me just a moment.
That's fine. Everything okay?
Yes.
If this is very inconvenient, don't worry about it.
No. This is
There's
fantastic.
only a small possibility Crow's actually going to interact with any of them.
Dark-skinned young woman, brown hair tied back in a ponytail, a kind of similar, kind of pastel yellow vest with a white button-up shirt beneath it, and most notably, a glowing blue sigil on the right side of her face.
Interesting.
And with her is a griffin, a medium, or let's see, Probably a large creature. A griffin that is completely blue. The feathers all the way through, just completely blue.
Yep.
So those are the ones that are also waiting. And you aren't allowed to wait in line with the teachers, but you do see Graves standing there. As well as all the other teachers, most of which you've interacted with or had brief conversations with.
Begrudgingly.
And as the students from Arix arrive, is there anyone that you're keeping an eye out for? Anyone you're trying to avoid?
Generally avoiding everyone.
A little bit hard
the
because you're all being
very-
funneled into one space.
Yes. Very uncomfortable, by the way. She'd be just like keeping a general eye out on the faces around her, if any look particularly like intimidating, and whether there might be beef between her and them or whatever else. If they're too friendly, don't make eye contact with them. If they're mean, don't make eye contact with them.
If they exist, don't make eye contact
Yes, if
with
they
them.
exist, don't show any kind of interaction, disinterest, RBF.
Introverts in a nutshell.
She's very overcrowded right now.
Hi, what's your name?
Yeah, honestly, Elle, you spot. It's like, oh, that's a person that feels uncomfortable.
Those wings are fascinating. Did you make them yourself?
I didn't. Found him in some junk, actually.
Can I make an insight check?
Go for it.
Same.
Cass, by the way, upon realizing
Ooh, okay.
who they're talking to,
you
is
roll?
going to go.
I got
the other way.
a 22.
What'd you roll?
15.
11.
Ah! Wow, that's such a terrible lie. But they do look fantastic. I've worked with metal a lot.
Can
I need y'all
I?
to know, Caspian could not tell it was a lie
Well,
the
okay.
previous day.
Okay, but correct me if I'm wrong. That was the one that I rolled a 19, and she rolled a nat 20.
That is correct.
-1, but it doesn't matter.
Wow.
And he specifically just said that he walked away before you said that, so he still believes it.
Can I? So, Ari is not like she catches the lie about the wings, but she's more paying attention to this is clearly a person who does not want to be talked to. How is she handling Elle?
Okay,
That's
good.
the kind of insight.
That's
check
your
that-
insight?
yeah.
That's fair. There is definitely an awareness, kind of like eyeing him over. Airiness. She's eyeing him over, looking for any kinds
You take your
signs
four.
of a threat. If he
No, I
steps
don't.
too close, she takes a step back. It's overall just kind of like an antagonized approach towards everybody. There is like listening as if she's curious to know what's going on, but there's no sign of putting herself forward as a result.
All right.
So, how did you? It looks like it was very meticulously selected metal that you put together in order to build this thing.
Wish I could say that. Would never have the money. Scrap metal I've gathered over the years. Toss them together.
Shows
Variations of prototypes. This is the final.
still tremendous amount of skill.
His father is a metalsmith of sorts.
He's a forge cleric. He knows the way metal shapes better than anyone, and I've still never seen anything like this. It's amazing.
So his
I shape it to my will.
his compliments are genuine.
I wonder if I can, and I'm going to try and create a small replica. Let's see.
Okay.
Create one non-magical item. You choose in space. Okay. Let's do this. And he.
First class ability used.
Yep.
Hey!
Performance of creation.
Okay.
So, as an action, you can create one non-magical item of your choice in an unoccupied space within 10 feet of you. The
Okay.
maximum value of the item is 60 gold, and it lasts for 2 hours. Maximum size of the item is medium.
What are you trying to make?
Medium. Just a replica of her with the wings, but in a very elaborate and regal form.
Kind of like, okay, yeah. It's essentially, it's like the, Kiera, you'll be the most familiar with this, but there are these kind of like mini mannequins that are used for posing for artists. And it's kind of like the basic structure, and it's kind of got wires between each limb. And I feel like that's kind of what it is here. It's fairly simplistic, but still striking. Has the wings spread out wide and kind of this heroic pose, looking out like into the distance kind of thing.
All right. It'll pick it up and it'll go, here, it only lasts for about 2 hours, but I figured I'd give you a glimpse.
It's a little flattering.
No, not at all. See, I want people to understand their potential. This is what I see in you. I'd like to give you a glimpse into your future.
Sure.
You may doubt yourself now, but I was once an orphan with nothing. So I understand being alone.
Insight check.
That is...
Persuasion or deception?
Yep, that's persuasion.
Stop.
Can you beat a 25?
5.
No.
Unfortunately, well, actually,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
How does that work?
My typical rule, depending on the difficulty, is that you subtract the, depending on the difficulty, it's 20 or 30, and you subtract the persuasion check from it, and that's the DC for the insight.
Okay.
So even if it was a 30, a 25 on persuasion
Yep.
Brings it
drops
down
the
to
DC
5.
to a 5.
Okay, I like
And-
that system.
Yeah. So that way, like, only one of them in theory has to roll well. If you both roll poorly, then it's like you don't meet in the middle.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
I did not follow that at all, but we'll figure it out later.
That's okay.
The
I'll explain it to
persuasion,
you
the
later.
persuasion check reduces the DC for the insight to meet.
Yep.
All right. Figure it out later.
It actually does make sense.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. My brain just isn't comprehending it
That's
right
I
now.
will.
Yes.
I will tell you about it later.
Yeah.
Tell you when you're older.
So,
L, as you've given this bit of encouragement, you hear a voice in your head.
huh?
Well, that's the spirit.
I thought only I could do that.
Do what?
Nothing. I reply,
You don't know how to.
dang it. That was weird.
And as you are kind of reacting, there is another flash of light.
Dadgummit.
They have been getting progressively not dimmer, but like you're not sure if they're not as powerful or if you guys are all just kind of getting used to it. Maybe it's a mix. Maybe it's both. But the headmaster appears before you all. It's good to see all of you in one place. Crow, he's wearing a mask,
He is.
but somehow you just feel like he's side-eyeing you.
Side eyes right back.
I think everyone notices he's side-eyeing her.
Mask, no, it's. You can make an insight check.
No, Al has no idea.
Yeah.
Can I make a general insight check on the headmaster?
Yeah, go for it.
I have advantage. It's only a flat 10.
As opposed to a non-flat 10?
Yeah.
It's carbonated.
It's a bumpy 10.
But it's not. It's flat.
No, it's got a point.
Yeah, kind of really hard to read a literal mask.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
curious.
I am soulless.
You should get that looked at then. Not having a soul is bad for you. Elle says that out loud. Could not stop himself.
Solas, S-O-L-A-S.
Correct.
Hang on. Elle's about to get
You
taught.
can make a con save.
Oh no! How's a 12 do?
Double that wouldn't beat it.
Nice!
Gosh.
And you are blinded for the next minute. As blindness, deafness. Second level spell.
Look, I'm just gonna call it now. The end of the campaign, we have to fight the headmaster. I'm calling it now.
Obviously. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't
Or,
be suspicious.
what am I giving you guys this as an ally in order to face?
Oh gosh, that'd be even worse. I hope it's not who it could be.
Don't make me fight, Ray.
Not him.
Okay.
Different.
No, we spar with Ray.
Oh, interesting.
I am the headmaster of my academy.
Cass moved away from you guys. As soon as you started talking
So,
to Crow,
I want you
Cass
to roll
was-
a d10, because you've just grabbed someone random.
I love that you're just like grabbing random people and not Airy.
It's who he was reaching for.
You roll the 1?
Roll the 1.
Okay. Roll me another d10.
8.
You reach over and
Please
get
let it be
just
the big lady.
a head of hair from where, like, Caspian's, like, mid-torso. So it's someone very short. You can't see them.
Because you're so blind.
I'm up.
Airy,
I'm deaf.
No, you're blind.
you're blind.
Airy
You're not
just
deaf.
You
kind
said
of-
blindness and deafness.
The spell, you can choose one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Eddie. That's not
I'm
Eddie.
over here.
Okay, good.
She grabs kind of your hand, but not like in a holding your hand way, just in a like kind of grabs the top of it to hold on to.
Okay.
What'd you roll for?
You do begin to regain your sight.
Okay, good.
Kind of
That was a
licking
natural
his-
20 on calming down when
kind
Harry
of
grabbed
just-
his hand.
You do see the young girl that you had just grabbed the head of. Kind of greenish blue skin, a white. I think it's called a chiton. It's like the Greek. It's like a toga, but the Greek white. Not a dress. Let's see if you got it right.
For sure. I
Yeah,
picked it up right
hold
off
on.
the bat. It was the first picture I clicked on and I was like, she's short and blue. Wearing a toga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And she kind of just. Oh, okay. Thank you.
No, thank you. Hi, I'm Elle.
Listen to it.
Oh, yes. Solus.
Behind me will be your teachers for this year. And you see, flanked on either side, are 8 teachers, 4 on each side. In order, there is a female Leonin in a striking red dress, blue hair that's kind of wavy and goes like up to her upper back, and carrying a massive great axe with a bone white handle, and the actual axe head looks like it's made out of molten rock. Next to her is a tiefling with curved white horns coming straight up from the top of his head, and a black coat over black shirt that appears to have a whip by his side.
I don't want that teacher.
Next to him is a figure that you recognize, Silver. A tiefling. He has his hood pulled back. Two short, dark gray, almost black horns. Very dark skin. A white coat over armor. A circular shield and a large curved scimitar.
Ooh.
And finally, before getting to the headmaster, a blue-skinned tiefling.
Gee, I wonder who that is.
that boy!
Short white horns, black hair, tied back into a low ponytail.
Phil, right?
Don't test me. Kind of bright blue skin, a gray vest over a button-down white shirt with the sleeves rolled up. And you do see tattoos on his forearms. Then the headmaster. And on the other side, a dark-skinned human, very messy dark hair, black button-down shirt, also sleeves rolled up, tan pants, sandals, a staff that has a purple crystal at the top, and glasses that appear to be made out of green glass.
Ooh, fancy.
Next to him, a kind of gray-skinned tiefling with eyes that are just a pure dark green, horns that curl back over his ears, a wooden staff with a crook at the top, and white clothing with blue and yellow trim that kind of looks like almost like a parka. It's like cold weather gear for hiking and mountaineering.
Aren't we in the desert?
You're at the top of a mountain right now.
Okay, fair. My scarf does come in handy then.
Ah, good. So Cass feels at home.
I'm not.
Next to him, a human woman, long dark hair, a yellow dress trimmed with red, who's just grinning at all of the students.
Gee, I wonder who that could be reminiscent of.
And last but not least, you remember how we talked about, like, hey, if you're whispering, the mics won't pick it up?
No, I don't remember that.
Okay. Last but not least is a yellow-skinned tiefling. Curly white horns that kind of swirl a few times. Long black hair goes down to her mid-back. A kind of red robe with this kind of white, like fur mantle over her shoulders. These will be your teachers. Samira will teach you strength, gesturing to the Leonin. Tempest will judge your dexterity. Silver will ensure you have skill in combat. And Grave, gesturing to the blue tiefling. And Grave makes eye contact with you. Kind of just gives a wink. Ah! Will ensure that you know how to take care of each other. Idris, gesturing to the man with the green glasses, our master of the arcane. Renaissance, to the gray-skinned tiefling, will help you to survive in the world. Bakara, the woman with the yellow dress, will ensure that You're able to survive in culture. And mourning. The yellow tiefling kind of just nods. For skill expertise.
I like that one.
So, essentially, in order, strength, dexterity, combat technique, and support. Intelligence, wisdom, charisma, and skill proficiencies. In a general sense. However, these teachers, while they will be influential, for certain, over the next 5 years of attendance, will not be who you answer to first. First, you will answer to your house leaders. At Mize Academy, we have 5 houses. Each determines your motivation. Why you are here. Your house leaders will be your primary authority. You will go to them for any issues. You will go to them for help. And they will provide. It is their job to ensure your next 5 years are not spent in misery. But also to ensure that you do not disrupt this school at large. At least as much as possible. What is your passive insight?
My passive insight is 18.
Nice. The way he says as much as possible, there have definitely been many, many troublemakers at this school before.
Ari glances towards Crow. Very subtly.
She doesn't notice.
First, House Kaio, and a image appears above his head.
Can you spell that?
Kiyo.
Thank you.
Did you post the house sigils?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, Kiyo? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Kaio. And a triangular symbol, red with an orange trim, with a salamander on it.
I'd swear that's an axolotl.
Axolotls are salamanders.
Yes.
Are they? Oh, okay.
They're either salamanders or they're a very close relation. It's like frogs and toads.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Axolotls are just salamanders that never grew up. They're forever teens.
That's actually kind of accurate.
Yep.
But
Interesting.
for another time. And a figure. Let me get these because I can actually send these ones. Slithers to the front. Just a moment.
The house guardian or whatever is slithering.
As
He got no legs.
as
No leggies.
as what is known as a salamander, which is a fire elemental. A snake-like figure, upper body of roughly humanoid, but from the waist down, just serpentine. Kind of a bright red on the top with yellow, and wearing a dark red coat, holding a massive hammer that you specifically, Elle, recognize the material as it is made of protean iron.
Ah, nice.
I am Sigalura.
Bless you.
I'll give you the spelling later.
Thank you.
You're playing a dangerous game, my man.
It's okay. Amy's look saved me.
I'm the leader of House Kaio, the House of Aspiration.
Is that the one that we're in?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Do we know which one we're in?
The following students
We'll find out.
will come with me.
Makes sense.
Tricks of Spring, Erin, Storm, and he goes through a list, which I can list out all 10.
That's okay.
No, I think we're good.
Lists out,
I want to hear all the names.
No, I think
Stop
we're
it.
good.
Too many.
lists out 10 different
We
students.
ain't doing some Old Testament biblical list through. It's like
Why
the most
not?
boring freaking thing in Sunday school.
In the Bible, they're important. This is important. He made up all these names.
We can read this later.
You do see
I tried.
Elle's not going to remember anyway.
No, Ryan's not going to remember.
Scarlet
Oh, okay.
is in House Kaio,
Fitting.
as well as the Topaz Dragonborn that you had noticed earlier.
Are all of his students red in some way?
No.
Okay, I was going to say. All right, my man. Going for a theme pretty strong there.
Quite a large variety, actually.
Okay.
And they are actually immediately they aren't taken, but they are moved past the headmaster and apart from your group.
Are we outside or in the main hall?
You are in the main
Okay.
entrance hall.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's all.
We did.
Next, House Moran, and you see a human push his wheelchair forward. You can see a rather muscular, dark-skinned human, goggles on his head, a blue kind of vest, and a large rifle in his hands.
Ooh, fancy.
Sitting in his wheelchair, pushing himself forward, and you can see that one of his legs is cut off around like the
Why ain't any of them got legs?
getting there.
That's your observation. That's it. I'm bound to lose my legs here at this school.
And he kind of and the rock from on top of the tower gives a loud screech in response. That there is Lele. My name is Douglas. I'm the leader of House Moran, the House of Adversity. Students come with me, and lists off 10 students, including the woman in the girl in the white dress, and the short red one that made the snide comment,
Bye.
as well as Kevo,
Oh.
and the Minotaur that you were with, and the white dragon one.
Okay. Kind of gives a little to Cabo as he goes by.
He gives a nod. They are brought back and to a different section. Next, House Akar, and a large white wolf trods forward.
Bro, do we have any normal like house leaders?
Hey, he's
Okay,
normal.
He's mostly normal. He's just missing a little bit.
He's got a big bird.
You got a big ass
She kind of sits, looks at all of you very, like, almost regally.
I love it.
My name is Adi. I'm the leader of House Akar, the House of Defiance.
These are very heroic names for houses.
The students that will be joining me lists off the woman with the blue sigil, the giant woman,
She's gone.
the human with the kind of salmon pink robe that gave you vibes,
Yep.
Guardian,
Oh, there he goes.
and Elizabeth.
Oh.
Castle waved to her.
She gives a wave back, and Adi, the wolf that is bigger than you, because she is a dire wolf,
Yeah.
Leads them back. House Naira. And you don't know how you did not see her before. Because this human
Whoa.
is bigger than the student that you saw. This woman is like 15 feet tall. What? In bronze armor, a helmet with a horsehair plume, a large sword slung over her back. She takes off the helmet to reveal short blonde hair, kind of pointed ears that you recognize as being indicative of a half-elf. And
Big old half elf.
kind of tan, fairly tan skin. My name is Isolde.
There she is!
I got it!
Wow!
Your characters have no reason to know this, but she has largely based her humanoid appearance on Riss.
I love it. I love it. That's amazing.
I'm the leader of House Naira, the House of Conviction.
That's thematically appropriate for her.
I wonder why.
Gee, I wonder why. That's awesome.
The pale skin, pale hair changeling that had given you draconic vibes is called up with her. Actually, that's the only one out of that group that any of you had noticed. But she calls her 10 students, which leaves 9 remaining. You have the 4 of you. In addition to that, you have the short blue one.
Oh, you're never gonna escape.
The boy with the ruffled brown hair and the yellow vest that had been at the school. A tiefling with pure black, like tar black skin. The sapphire dragonborn.
No, really?
I have had that planned for like 2 years.
Wow.
And finally, a ore. Humanoid with large wings and a green hooded cloak.
Nice.
And last but not least, what appears to be a young woman with a purple vest and kind of a, I don't know what's like, kind of like a bow tie, white long sleeve shirt, kind of bright cyan hair and yellow eyes. My name, and you recognize this is the voice that spoke in your head, is Isadora Adanza. I am the leader of House Sarada, the House of Potential. As you can see, there's only so many of you left. But, no reason to break tradition. Crow, Caspian Tenant, Eri Valo, Elios, I don't remember your last name. Ishiros. One of them is missing. We'll discuss that later. Kakari, Ose, Rogue, Kore, and Echo. If you would follow me.
Cass is going to fall in line, and he's just kind of gonna look sideways over at Crow.
She kind of meets his eye with a glare and passes past.
We're in the same house.
We are. And it looks like these two are already friends as well. Good
Cass is
friends
gonna-
by
Cass-
the looks of
Cass
it.
is gonna walk.
Passive insight of 18. Area immediately picks up on
Bad vibes.
Cass is going to
be
try and
interesting.
walk
I think
as
this will be fun.
front as possible and stay as close to his housemaster as possible, hoping Crow will not be anywhere near him.
She will take the opposite end of the group.
Very good friends.
And as you are brought back, the other 4 houses have kind of taken like the 4 corners of the space behind the headmaster, which means that you guys are right in the center.
Oh, good.
The headmaster turns as you pass him, and with the row of teachers, you have your houses. You will have the week to get to know your new teams, which are assigned by your house leader. At the end of this week, classes begin. I wish you all luck.
Before he disappears, like as we're walking past him, can Ari try and subtly give him just a once over, just to see? If,
Sure, yeah. Make me a... Do you want it to be insight, investigation, perception?
Perception or investigation? Investigation I have advantage on, but perception I have a +5.
You'll get different information depending on which check you make.
What's going to get me the most detailed information?
It depends what details you want.
I want to see, does he have any weapons, any books, any,
Okay, yeah.
you know,
I would say that would just be perception.
perception? All right.
You're not looking for details, you're just looking for... You're giving him once over.
All right, that's a flat 20.
Flat 20. No weapons. You do see an amulet around his neck. No books, per se. Honestly, it's kind of odd how little he does have on him.
Interesting.
And as he finishes his address
There you go.
to you, there is a... And you're sure at this point, they have definitely been getting dimmer. He wanted to make a statement at first, and has been just kind of subtly dimming down how bright the flash is when he appears and vanishes, so that it's a little bit less noticeable that the first one was so bright. Isadora turns to you. Well, let's get going. And with that,
No, we can do
that
more.
is where we're going to end
It's only 9:30. We can keep going.
tonight's session.
Wow, that's coming from Amy.
That's a good point.
And that means I've done a good job, because I should always end it leaving you wanting more.
Of course we're gonna want more.
Thank you very much for joining us. This is happening. We're doing it.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time. Good night.